What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ review. Let's talk about Batman Hush. This will be my review of Batman Hush. It was really good. It was really good. The DC animated universe. It's been growing. It's been expanding. It's definitely a shared universe, like the more akin to like the Marvel movies than the DCEU, which has been connected but not connected well. Whereas the Marvel or the animated universe has been connected very well. Overall, uh, it's been a pretty good universe. It's had its good movies, it's had its bad movies, but this was a solid showing in the universe. It didn't stay. It didn't follow the comics exactly. It the comics Riddler had a huge role, and in this he has a huge role again, but I feel like it's even more expanded. I feel like the Riddler was in a lot of ways the main antagonist of this, whereas in the Hush comics, not really. So it didn't exactly stay true to um, the comic, but it was true to the comic in spirit. And what I really liked about this was the Batman Catwoman romance. This is a romance that I root very much for in the comics, and for whatever reason, whatever convoluted reason they come up with for them not to get together, the wedding of the century. Come on, who didn't feel burned by the wedding of the century? I know I did, especially after all the tie-ins. The Nightwing tie-in, the Harley Quinn tie-in, the Batgirl tie-in. After all those tie-ins, to still not have a wedding, it was kind of I felt kind of burned. But it's a relationship that I very much root for in the comics, and I definitely felt that in this movie. I was definitely rooting for their relationship. I was rooting for them to get together and to have a successful relationship. Bat Family was present in this. Batgirl had an appearance. Damian showed up a couple times. Nightwing was had a pretty solid presence throughout. Gordon was in it, so the Bat Family definitely had a presence. But this was Batman and Catwoman's story, and Hush just happened to be the antagonist. Which that isn't to say he was the only antagonist. Bane has a lot to do in this storyline. By the way, where is our Batman Nightfall animated series or animated movie? Right, we need to get Batman Nightfall. That would make a great animated movie. But Bane had quite a bit to do, and Poison Ivy had quite a bit to do as well. So these animated movies do a pretty good job of incorporating the rogues gallery of whatever main character that the movie's about, and this movie was no different. But it was definitely Batman and Catwoman's movie, and Hush definitely served as the antagonist for them. The action was good, and plentiful, and that's something that can be a criticism of some of these animated movies, is that it's just one action set piece to another action set piece to another action set piece to another action set piece. But this one definitely had more narrative in it between the action scenes. Developing the Batman Catwoman romance and seeing that evolve, I thought was very well done. And seeing the people's reaction to it. Damien had a great reaction to it. Probably around the halfway mark to the movie, he talked about, is this just a way for you to get some coital tension or something like that? It was totally Damien, totally Damien. But Nightwing, on the other hand, was very accepting and wanted to even start developing his own relationship with Catwoman. So I thought that, not a romantic relationship, obviously, like a you know you're you're involved with my best friend relationship. So yeah, Hush was a good movie. I feel like there's more story to tell, though. Hush has since gone on to become a mainstay in the comics. Just a huge character in the comics. And when I think about the Hush storylines, I think about Hush, but I also think about Batman Eternal. And I would love to see Hush return in a Batman Eternal story and have it be more true to the comics origin of Hush. Because this one, I feel like they took a left turn, and I see why they took that left turn, but I'd rather have Hush, right? So I feel like if they adapted a Batman Eternal in this timeline, in the DC animated universe, that would be a good excuse to bring Hush proper into the fold. But it was a good movie, good action scenes, good story development, good character development. Batman had a lot of character development in this. With his relationships with the Bat family and his relationships with Catwoman and why he does what he does and what does the future hold. Will Nightwing one day take up the mantle? All that's addressed in this, and I really liked it. As a Batman fan, I really like this. So that's kind of how I feel about it. What do you think of Batman Hush? Let me know in the comments down below. For me, I give Batman Hush a solid B plus. I thought it was a good movie. It was short, about an hour and 25 minutes, but good. Very good, very entertaining, and definitely held my attention throughout. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you thought. Thank you for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.